I can't decide. Is it refreshing to see a Bible-based movie where the controversy isn't about religion? You're watching Beyond the Trailer's review of Exodus, Gods and Kings.
After 400 years of slavery, things here have become much worse. As your brother, you must set them free.
Is that a threat?
Yes!
I want Moses and his family dead.
What is the most important thing in your life?
You are. And when will you leave me?
Never.
Let's just see who's more effective at killing. You or me?
Since the beginning of film itself, the ancient Egyptians have been portrayed as white. Elizabeth Taylor famously played Cleopatra, while Charlton Heston and Yul Brynner, half Russian and half Mongolian, played Moses and Ramses in the Ten Commandments. And no one said anything. In fact, those films are highly regarded, as they should be, quality films whose casting choices were a product of their times. But what times do we live in currently? There has now been much debate as to what ancient Egyptians actually looked like, and many point to the way in which they depicted themselves as having dark skin. Yet still, the only mainstream portrayal of dark-skinned ancient Egyptians was in the music video for Michael Jackson's Remember the Time. Even 1999's reboot of the Mummy franchise featured South African actor Arnold Vosloo of Dutch and German descent, as well as Israeli actor Oded Fehr. Now, Ridley Scott, the director of Hollywood's latest telling of the Ten Commandments, argues that he couldn't get the necessary funding for this kind of blockbuster with Mohammed so-and-so in the lead role. But is he simply in denial? Since when does Joel Edgerton sell tickets and John Turturro and Sigourney Weaver as the Pharaoh and his queen? Look, keep Christian Bale, but why not reach out to the many actors working today in Bollywood, the Middle East, and Egypt itself? Or find an undiscovered talent? Barkhad Abdi was a Somali immigrant working as a limo driver in Minneapolis when Paul Greengrass decided he wanted to cast authentic Somali pirates in Captain Phillips. Abdi went on to get an Oscar nomination. This is the question many moviegoers are asking, and it might be one that Hollywood will have to consider if these moviegoers stay home. But will they stay home? Exodus, Gods and Kings has suddenly found itself a litmus test for where we stand today on the Hollywood tradition of whitewashing. And while some people are definitely upset by white actors in the lead roles standing next to actors of color used as extras, the combination of Scott and Bale in a visual effects-heavy blockbuster might be too hard to resist. And maybe, just maybe, Fox is betting, hoping, those upset by the casting in Exodus are the vocal minority, and the majority still doesn't care. So while we won't know if moviegoers care until the box office numbers start coming in, right now, let's see if Exodus, Gods and Kings is even a movie worth arguing about at all. I suspected that Exodus, Gods and Kings was not a good movie, but I'm genuinely surprised that it's such a bad movie. Now, first off, the elephant in the room, the whitewashing of the cast, and it is ridiculous when you watch the film, for two reasons. One, it's not even consistent. It's not like they say, okay, all ancient Egyptians were white. I mean, we're talking about a situation here where Moses and Ramses' wives, their generals, their architects, they're all cast with the correct ethnicity. So it makes it even more obvious that any role that had even the slightest, vaguest importance was just given to a white actor just because that's what the producers decided to do. I mean, Sigourney Weaver has like 2 lines. Why cast her in this role? And that leads to my second point. None of the white actors in this film do a good enough job to justify casting them despite their skin tone. You can't say, oh, well, Joel Edgerton was so fantastic as Ramses, you can't hold his skin color against him because his performance was just that compelling. You can't say that. Instead, you're like, well, that was a colossal waste of everyone's time. And what makes it a waste of everyone's time isn't just the offensiveness of the casting, but that, and this I think is an even more egregious offense, and that's that this doesn't accurately tell the story of Moses. I mean, not only should you watch DreamWorks Animation's The Prince of Egypt because it's a better movie, but you need to watch it to understand what's going on in this movie. Now, I think that Ridley Scott would argue, well, come on, everybody knows the story of Exodus, and my goal here was to retell that story by dialing down the religious aspects and dialing up the special effects. But then I would counter by saying, hey, Ridley, when I went to see this movie, there was a surprising number of children in the audience because clearly their parents decided that this was an important story that they needed to learn. But I think that any kid walking out of Exodus, Gods and Kings would be hard-pressed to tell you with confidence the story of Moses. And that's a real shame. Now, as far as playing with the idea of Moses and his relationship with God, there were some interesting ideas put forward. I did think it was somewhat compelling to have the idea that Moses was a schizophrenic, and this was all in his head, but he still did great things. I thought it was interesting to show that maybe the Red Sea was parted by an earthquake somewhere else, which caused a tsunami. And as we know from the tragic tsunami a couple of years ago, at first all the water is pulled back, so that would, make it look like the Red Sea had been parted. That's a very interesting idea, especially since what we know about the fact there was a big flood back in biblical times. So while Noah and everybody would think that was the whole world being flooded, it was just, a Hurricane Katrina-like situation back when nobody really knew how the world worked. But those ideas are put forward very subtly and not particularly in a compelling manner. For instance, the God in Moses' head is a little kid who at first was kind of cool, but then after a while I was like, can God not say his R's? That's a very weird choice. A lot of weird choices were made in this film. And I think that Noah was a much more successful film, Darren Aronofsky's Noah, in trying to evolve biblical stories to be something that a modern audience is interested in and can take a message away from, when today we know so much more about how the world works in terms of not only human interaction and politics, but also just science and the environment than our counterparts back during biblical times. So this movie, I just think, fails at every single level, and it's so frustrating to see so much money, just an absolutely huge budget was spent on this. And some of the sets, and the digital sets, of course, are really, really beautiful to behold. And to see all that money and behind-the-camera talent, I'd say, and I wouldn't include Ridley Scott in that, by the way, but everybody else, to see all that and great source material, the story of Moses, wasted, is just so frustrating. And the whole thing, it should just be washed away with that wave. So that's my review of Exodus, Gods and Kings. I've seen a few people online commenting that they did enjoy the film, so I'm curious as to what you got out of it, what you liked about it. For anyone who's seen it, please share your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning into my review, and you can check out some more episodes right now.